Hey everybody! Oh my gosh, this guest of mine is just not only a dear, dear friend, Monique. We've known each other for 30 years.
About 30
No,
years.
okay, good, because we're not that old, right?
Right. 5 years.
We graduated from Arizona State University, but Monique stayed longer because she, graduated from the ASU Law School, correct? So she is a lawyer, but she's not going to be talking about law. So just, another time. Definitely come back
Right.
another time because I'm
Absolutely.
sure they're going to have questions. We're going to talk about pageants.
Right.
Yes, because Monique, you're the executive director of Arizona International Pageants.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So about 5 years ago, I took over the directorship for Arizona International Pageants. They were really popular here about 15 or 20 years ago, but they lost the director, and then I took over, and it's been in existence for about almost 25, 30 years. It started with a Mrs. Pageant.
Okay.
And that was for ladies from 19 to 57.
Wow.
And then they added the Miss, the Teen, and now the Preteen.
Okay.
And it's a pageant. That's platform based in that there's no talent segment, but it's about community service and showcasing the accomplishments of married women and also young girls. And so we have a national platform, which is Go Red for Women.
Okay.
So we support Go Red, the American Heart Association, with volunteer activities and promoting it on social media for women to be heart healthy and that type of thing. And then the contestants and also the title holders, they pick their own platforms, like there's the Pain Foundation, Feed My Starving Children, all different types of organizations that help people.
Okay. So this is nationwide.
It's international, actually,
International.
because we just had the international pageant in July in West Virginia, and we had people competing from the Ukraine, Japan, Thailand. So it's international.
Yeah. No, Monique, okay, let's just tell them we were in a pageant
Yes.
together. All right, we were. And we didn't do too bad.
No.
Yeah.
At the time, we made the top 15.
There you go. I mean, hey, you were in the minorities, and not bad. Well, especially back then. But so we know what it's like to be in a pageant, and let's just get rid of that myth, because there is a myth. Oh, you're a pageant girl,
Right.
because it's so much more than that.
So much more. And people think it's just easy to win a pageant. And a lot of people go into a pageant and think, oh, I can win this. And then they don't win and they feel bad or upset because it takes hard work and focus. You can't, I don't care if you are accomplished, you've got to work and prepare for it. So,
Right.
and it's not an easy thing. So,
But the benefits are huge.
huge benefits.
So
in being
tell
a pageant.
us.
So for me personally, my mom
Yes.
put me in pageants when I was a little girl. So I think from being in pageants, I learned how to be a lady. I learned how to
Yes.
present on stage. I learned communication skills, and I kind of learned to be fearless in a way. There's so many things that I tried out for, and I did fail, but then there's so many things that I made and I gained,
Yes.
and I had so many great things that I did as a result of not being afraid and just going and putting myself out there.
I think that was the big benefit for me, was just gaining more confidence.
Yes.
Because when you're walking that stage, when you're doing, just showcasing yourself,
Mhm.
that takes confidence. But that's what girls need nowadays.
It is, because you think to yourself, if I could get on that stage and do what I just did a month ago, I can do this.
Exactly.
I can do whatever else I need to do.
Yeah.
And in fact, my little girl was in a pageant. She was only about 11 at the time, very shy. She went the first time, this last year, she made finals, but last time she didn't make any finals.
Right.
It was a good experience for her, but she came back and ran for school president and won.
Wow.
The whole school. She was president of the whole school.
Wow.
And I was so shocked that she even wanted to do it. She would never want to do something like that. And then, then she goes back to the pageant this year and she won, she was on the international court. So I was really
Awesome.
proud of her.
But don't you think, Monique, it's because you exposed her to
Yes.
to that?
And I exposed her to other young ladies who were in that. So now she's looking up to ladies who or young ladies and girls who are doing well in school, who are outgoing, who look nice and who are nice and neat and well dressed and care about how they look and what they do. So she's looking up to those type of people, those types of ladies.
I love that you said pageants really teach a girl poise.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we've lost that art. But you know, the elephant in the room. Okay, some of you are like, oh my gosh, they're pageant moms. Because
No.
my daughter was actually in a pageant when she was, I think, 9 or 10 as well, then wanted nothing to do with it afterwards, which is cool. But let's just talk about that. I mean, there's the reality shows with the pageant moms. That's a whole nother.
Right. That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's not what our pageant system is doing. We want to develop young girls. We want them to have fun. We want them to cultivate friendships.
Yep.
That's what we want to do,
Yeah.
because in this particular pageant, if you compete with people from all over the world, guess what? You have contacts all over the world.
Exactly.
And you can, if you go study abroad, hey, I competed in a pageant with this girl from Thailand, and now I'm here studying abroad. So that's the type of pageant that I'm talking about. And I don't like for girls to participate if they don't want to, if their mom is making them. I want them to be there because they want to be there. They're having a good time and they're ready to work for it. Because there's nothing more beneficial than to work hard for something and to achieve it. And even if you don't win the crown, you put that effort in and you know what it feels like to work hard for something and be disciplined. And it teaches you how to do other things.
Exactly. And I know you taught that to Faith.
I
And
did.
that's probably why she made finalists. But also she's enjoying it.
She enjoyed it, yes, and
Yes.
it's so much fun for her. It makes her happy, and it helps her, as I said, to do other things. She's also a dancer. It helps her to get out there and just not to be afraid to be on stage by herself.
Right.
So I think it's a great thing for young ladies.
Confidence and poise.
Mhm.
And then courage, and those interviewing skills. Oh my gosh,
Absolutely.
those are life skills.
Yes,
that-
absolutely.
That you could be taught during an entire pageant for life. I mean, it only takes one, I think, because they really groom you.
Right, because think about it. For the pageant, you have to pick out your interview suit. Then you have to know about who you are and be able to communicate that and to be able to sell yourself. So, like when you go to college, no one has to tell you need to look nice for your interview.
Exactly.
You need to have your hair combed.
Yes.
You need to
Shower.
look them in their face. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't have to be told those things because you have learned it not by someone telling you, but by experiencing it. And isn't that the greatest teacher, just experiencing something?
Absolutely. But I love that you said you also know when not to continue
Oh.
the pageant with your child if they're not having fun.
If they are not having fun, if they don't want to practice, if they don't want to participate, if you're constantly pushing them out there and they just are really mortified if that's just not their thing, because not all children are cut out for that on stage type of thing,
Yeah.
right? Some children are more introverted and they like to be quiet, they want to draw, they want to write, or they want to be behind the scenes. I've met so many ladies who are beautiful and have beautiful children, but they like to be behind the scenes. They like to take the pictures. They like to help with the gowns, and there's nothing wrong with that. We need all those different things to put on the show.
Exactly. So when does a mom need to learn to step back when when it's too much, when she's being that pageant mom? Would you say there's telltale signs?
Yes, and I think that I have experienced that because there are times when, for example, Faith, she wants to just go play with her friends. It's like, we have something important to do right now. You got to make a decision. What are you going to do? I'm tired of this pageant stuff. I don't want to do anymore. You know what? You don't have to. I only want you to have fun. And then it's her decision. And I was ready to let it go, if she doesn't want to do it, because I don't want to get in the way. I don't want to, sometimes I feel like, should I even have her doing this? Is it too much pressure? But my mom told me, you're teaching her valuable life skills. Let her get in there. Let her scrape her knees. Let her do what she needs to do, because you're going to teach her to be a fighter. So I just would let her make her own decision on whether or not she wanted to practice or she wanted to go play. And sometimes I just say, go play.
Right. I love that, though, you're giving her a choice, because I don't know, it seems like young kids, if you're giving them a choice, they usually say no.
Right.
But which doesn't mean that you need to just absolutely just let them have it, because they're always going to say no. So I love how you said, you reaffirm it, you ask it again, maybe you re-ask it just kindly, and let them know the repercussions, like kind of the consequences if they don't,
Right.
or maybe you say, hey, just give it a try. Maybe we do pageants just this year and just give it a try. Maybe
Right.
that's a way to get them in.
Yeah, and then I really think, stepping back, I don't know what happens to a child at some point. They just want to do the opposite of everything you say. And so I think that by giving them the choice, then you can really see if it's, some children will say, okay, I'll do it.
Right.
Because they really want to do it. They just don't want to do what you want them to do.
Yes.
And then there's other children who say, I just want to do this, Mom.
Yeah.
And so I just think that every mom knows their child. And you know when your child's not having fun.
So good.
And when it's not a good experience for the family.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I would say I want young women that participate in my program to have fun and to enjoy themselves and to say, this was one of the best experiences I've ever had. And I've had young ladies say that. I've never
Yes.
experienced anything like this before. I didn't win, but this was so much fun. I want to do it again. That's the type of reaction that I want.
That's success for you.
That's success for me.
Yeah.
And then when they come back to me and they say, I ran for president, or I was on the homecoming board, or I got this job I got accepted to this college. That's awesome. I have one young girl that she wouldn't even wear a dress, and she always wanted to be a model, but they couldn't afford the modeling tuition. She ended up being our pageant. She was actually first runner-up, and she became Miss Teen. She ended up doing amazing, and she has a modeling contract.
Wow.
I mean, is that amazing?
And this is a girl who did not want to.
She didn't wear pants, but she wanted to be a model. But it was just and she was very shy, and she just really bloomed. She blossomed. So, and I was invited to her, quinceanera.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, and I was just
Wow.
amazed. It was awesome.
And I know, Monique, that is your heart, is to see these girls just develop, like you said, to be what God intended them to be, and that's successful in every way, but poised and have good character and have all these life skills such as interviewing. Now, this pageant, Arizona International Pageants, isn't just for girls, it's for women.
Yes, it's for women. It's for Mrs.
Okay.
Moms.
Married. Okay.
Yes, and if you go on stage, if you win, your husband crowns you. He escorts you on stage in your evening gown. And then we have the teen and the miss, and also the preteen. And we do have little princesses. It's non-competitive.
Okay.
Because I don't really want the little girls competing until they get about 10 years old. But this is just a way for them to showcase themselves.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to add, one of my what makes me so passionate is when I was in the pageants, when I was in college, my parents, my family, they were in another state. And I was in a pageant with you, and you helped me so much. I didn't have a way to get around. I didn't have a car. And because of you, because of the friendship we had, you helped me. You helped me in so many ways. And I want to be able to help a young girl that doesn't have all the things that she needs have that opportunity. So
awesome. Monique, okay, how can they get a hold of you? Arizona International Pageants?
Yes.
.com?
Yes. Well, yes, actually it is. It's Arizona International Pageants.com.
AZ or Arizona spelled out?
AZ.
AZ.
It's AZ.
Okay.
We're also on Instagram, AZ
Okay.
International Pageant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And when's the next one?
Well, our next pageant's coming up on March 27th and 28th.
Okay.
It'll be at 2019. It'll be at South
Or
Mountain.
2020.
Oh, yes, 2020. 2020.
Yeah.
And it's going to be at South Mountain Community
Oh,
College.
cool. And can they register like right now?
Yes. Register, go to the website,
Yeah.
fill out a quick application. We'll get in contact with you and give you everything you need to be prepared.
It's never too early.
No,
start.
it's never too early.
Yeah.
In fact, the earlier the better, because
Okay.
we have workshops and we have sponsorship opportunities for young ladies who enter early. So
Okay.
you get more training, you're more prepared.
Awesome. So what age to what age?
So we have the Princess Division, which
Okay.
is from 2 to 9, and then we have preteen from 10 to 12. Then we have the teen, 13 to 18.
Okay.
Miss Teen from, no, that was teen. And then Miss from 19 to 30.
Okay.
And then Mrs. from 19 to 57.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
it's a big range, but
Wow.
it's
but
it's
only
really fun.
57?
Yeah, I know a lot of people say that. They're like, I'm like, that's not old enough.
Like, yeah, okay, I better hurry. I almost, I'm
trying to
done.
recruit.
I'm done. No, oh gosh, thank you
You're
for
welcome.
coming
You're
and
welcome.
just
You're the best.
love it, you guys. Seriously, we're pageant girls from back in the 80s.
Back in the day.
And it was, and look, we're still friends, and that's another great bonus. You gain friendships as well, so it's really good. You guys, AZInternationalpageants.com, Monique Wilhite, check out Instagram, Facebook, but sign up.
Yes.
Sign up your child.
It's a great experience.
It is, and just do it. Just do it. And if your child is resistant, just say, hey, just give it this one try and let them at it. I think.
Yeah.
Because they're always going to say no.
You got to try.
Got to try it. Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Come back, okay?
Okay.